Hi,
Hi,
fellow
Billy.
birdies! Welcome back to another edition of SongByrd's Eating Show. This time with a special guest, my grandpa. So hi guys, how are you doing today? My name is Crystal, I'm your host, and you're watching another edition of SongByrd's Eating Show. Today, we have a very special guest with my grandpa. And because I'm visiting, family out of state right now, and I thought it'd be really cool to introduce you guys to him and allow you get, to know him better. He's been a big part of my life for a long time. So say hi. His name's Elmer. So talk about yourself.
No, I ain't gonna talk about me.
He's
I'm gonna talk about you.
he's 85 years old, an
Come
old
on.
timer. Okay, if you switch it around, it's 58. And I'm 26 myself, so we're both old geezers. But today we are sitting down to one of our favorites, Subway, and he's got the chicken teriyaki and a side of Harvest Cheddar Chips, which you can't see on here, but yeah. And I got the turkey breast sub with a side of Lay's baked chips. So yeah, let's get
Nice.
started. So
What?
these are my chips.
Yeah, really. I got a chip in my mouth.
He is so funny.
Why?
Like,
Honey, I don't see no strangers. You know that. I aggravated your grandma, and
I'll tell you
I
guys,
said I wasn't gonna do that.
he's the life of the party. He's been a really big part of my
Anyway.
family for a while. There's my sub. Let's take a bite.
And mine. And here I got a black olive. I didn't take a bite. I took a bite black olive.
Well, take
Okay.
a bite of your sub.
I'm gonna take a bite. Mm. Okay. How's that?
That's fine. Now, I'm visiting rather with my son this week, out of state at my dad's house. I thought it'd be a really good opportunity to allow you guys to get to know my grandpa better because, I love to spend time with him. I wish I could, come by more often than once a month, but it's been really hard to. So I'll tell you a little bit about him. His name's Elmer. He's 85. He was married to my grandma for
20,
probably since,
oh, 22 years.
when I was 12 days old, they got married. So, but he was a big part of my life. He even helped to take care of my real grandpa. But I've always considered this guy my real grandpa too. There's no doubt about that because he was there for me when my real grandpa, couldn't be. And I really appreciate all that he's done for the family, love and support, and just keeping us together. He's been a really, really good part of our lives, Wouldn't you agree? So, I
Well,
really think it's a blessing that my grandmother could have him in her life when she was here.
I did the best I could for both of them.
So what did you used to do back in the old days? Like, you went to war, right? Although you didn't actually fight, did you?
They wouldn't let us fight. I was in the artillery, the big guns, and we were up on the 38th parallel. I was up there for 18 and a half months. And come back to the States. I was for about 6 months before I got out. I was still in the artillery. I was a driver, and you could reach up and touch the gun. Wow! And it'd blow my head off. When it went off and I'm driving, I didn't have ear protectors.
I bet it really hurt. Is that why you have to wear hearing aids?
Yes. And the thing about it is, it would jar you like a dynamite going off.
Mm.
So, I wear earring eggs now.
Mm-hmm. He's had to wear them pretty much the entire time that he's been in my life. So I got used to him. I got used to him. Sort of I have to kind of repeat what I say to him sometimes, but I don't mind doing that.
I put it like this: when I married your grandmother, you was 7 days old.
I thought I was 12 days old.
I think so.
Now you married December 18th. I was 11 days old.
Yeah, you're 11 days old.
11 days old. So they got married when I was only 11 days old. So I was a little bitty baby at the wedding ceremony at the courthouse. They got married by a judge at the courthouse.
Yeah.
And
actually,
my grandma.
It was the courthouse, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. I got pictures of it. And Mama was wearing a pink dress. And you were dressed up in a tuxedo or a, suit. So, and I will say this. You're wearing a business suit sort of thing. So, yeah. But I'll just say this. His hair was a lot blacker.
It wasn't like that.
So, yeah. His
I don't know if I'm messing this up, but am I messing this up?
No, you're doing fine. This was his first eating show. He wasn't quite sure what it was or what to do, so I can't explain it to him, but he's doing fine, guys, so you just gotta keep him in check. Nah.
Actually, I don't see no stranger. I talk to everybody. I do anything and everything that I can for anybody if they ask. Mm-hmm.
It's like we were in Publix yesterday, and he was kidding around with everybody, like, making these little remarks and stuff. That's him. That's how I've known him all along. He's just so sweet, and he kidding around with everybody. So that's the grandpa I've known to grow and love, Well,
there's no sense in being, I don't know.
Right. There's no sense in being mean to somebody. I mean, when I'm out in public, I always try to smile at people or whatever like that. I mean, don't put on a sour face. Even if you're having a bad day, just try to be happy, right? Exactly.
Well, when you come up to the end of the counter or thing, and you almost run into somebody, I try to be nice if I can.
Right.
And most of the time, people will smile and say, hello, or whoop. I'll say, whoop, beep, beep, and
they smile at that because you've made their day. It's like they might be having a bad day, and you've made them happy. You're a really good person. So, he's actually been married once before. He got married when he was, I guess, in your 20s, right? And he has three daughters. Yeah. From that marriage as well. My grandma and him, didn't have kids because they were too old. But they actually. How did you meet Mama? You were at the hospital. She used to be a barber, and she worked at the hospital, right?
No, she worked at a nursing home.
Nursing home. Okay.
And I did nursing home. We did refurb on nursing home. And then we met as she'd come out of North Carolina down to Huntsville. And to the nursing home there. And she was a beautician there. And that's where I met her.
Yeah.
The other two boys got her to cut her hair.
What?
And I never did get around to getting her to cut my hair at the nursing home. But I went to her house, her home, and she cut my hair there.
How long did you? What attracted you to her? Like, what attracted you to her? What did you find attractive about her?
Her, well, I can't think of her personality.
Personality.
She had a real sweet, to me, a real sweet personality. And well, anyway, her personality is what really attracted me to her.
Oh, she was a really, really sweet lady.
She was real sweet lady.
I'll just tell you, my mom was not a really big part of my life, so my grandma and my mama had to really be there for me.
Me and her grandmother.
Yeah. My mama had to really be there for me in my life, to be, to teach me the things I needed to learn in order to be like a good wife for my future husband, which I hope I am now. And also, just a good person in general. Like, she taught me, how to cook. How to cook.
Good job.
So she dropped it down.
I got it.
But she had to teach me how to clean, cook, and all that, and clean house. Taught me a good love for the Bible, and along the way, this guy was there to add to the fun and adventures. Like, I remember often when I was younger, I would ask you to make me a vanilla ice cream cone. Didn't I?
Yep.
I don't know how many times I did that, because I did not know how to make an ice cream cone. And then later, I finally learned how to use a scooper, and I made my own ice cream. And I remember that you guys always used to get those Kroger dollar pints.
Mm-hmm.
And
when they come on sale, we buy them 10 for 10. We get
this
at least
Kroger's a
10.
grocery store, if that's in our area. I don't know if it's like national, but it's in our area. But she would always get those, containers of ice cream. You guys like the Rocky Road ice cream too. I remember that. Butter pecan was one of her favorites. Was there like any other favorites? You guys were like big fans of chocolate, that I remember. Like, but I don't know. It's like my son doesn't like chocolate for some reason.
But we would get different. Out of the 10, we'd get butter pecan, say 6, and the rest of it would be whatever.
No, they still have those pints on sale sometimes. Maybe. They still got those pints on sale sometimes. But I don't know. I mean, we got a Kroger that's right down the road from our house, where we live in Memphis. And we got a big selection of ice cream there. So
they still have them on sale.
Every now and then. So.
Well, I don't go to Kroger anymore.
Why don't you go to...
Well, I take that back. I go once in a while. Sometimes I go by when I go to the graveyard.
Yeah.
To clean the stones and the bench. I'll stop at Kroger and get the drinks. Well, Gatorade.
We need to stop by the graveyard sometime this week or something. We were going to stop by with you, but he's going to be heading out in the morning on a trip, so he's not going to be back in time.
I'm going to the mountains. Well, it's cold now.
His daughters live in Tennessee, and they own a butcher shop or something like that. Tell me about
That's
that.
my baby daughter. They've owned it for 35 years.
Wow.
And I stay with them a couple of nights. Well, I'm going to the mountains and enclose the front porch. Got windows. See, 2, 4, 6, 8. Got 8 windows. Gonna put them in the front and enclose it. What do you want? Well, they can sit out on the front porch whenever they want to. But in the wintertime, they can hardly start,
No.
sit out on the front porch. Well, the back porch ain't got nothing over it. It's just open.
I bet it's really cold up there during the winter time.
Well, last month I was up there and it got down to 48 degrees and it was cold then. Like this morning it was chilly here.
Yeah, cold.
Up there it was colder.
When was this, like a week? When was this, like last month? Dang, like in our area it was like still in the 90s.
Let's see.
Tell you, this weather's crazy. A cold front just came through yesterday, and it's already feeling like it's already in the 50s, and it just was like the 70s yesterday.
Well, last month about the 15th was when I was up there. And that's when it was dropped. Excuse me. That's when it dropped down to 84. I mean 48. Wake up.
You don't need to wake up. You're doing just fine for an 85-year-old.
Oh. No, I'm not trying to be funny. But like I said, it was 48 degrees, and it was cold. And I had a T-shirt on, and that was it. I didn't take my sweater.
Because you weren't expecting to be that cold.
I wasn't expecting it to get down there.
I don't think anyone is expecting this weather. Mother Nature is so weird. Like, for our area, we went for almost over a month without seeing a drop of rain. Over a month.
Generally, when I go up there, it rains. I get up there, and it'll rain. But this time, I got up there, it had sprinkle about, I'd say when I got there, it sprinkled about an hour. That was it. And she said the month before, it rained mountain yet every other day. And then under their front yard is a lake, so far down. And they got a well right behind the house. That's where they get their water, out of that lake.
Is it clean water? No fish.
It's better than what you get out here.
Well, is there any fish in the water?
Beats me.
Don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. It's better than what you get out of the spigot in here.
Oh, yeah. Fluoride water, not very healthy overall.
It is. But nature's pure water. There's a lot of limestone behind our house, under the trailer. That's where they sit. It's most of the limestone. And that's what
adds the minerals to the water, right?
It's what
Mineral water.
It's what clears the water. There's no what you call it? You can't think. Well, anyway, it's pure water. What I'm trying to say.
Pure water.
Pure. I'd rather have it. 10 times than have this one time. Because, like I say, it's pure. Beats me.
I don't know.
I don't know. Now you beat me eating it.
I'm hungry. I'm sorry. My Korean veteran grandpa.
Hello. Goodbye.
Sweet.
quit it. Huh?
Is there anything else you'd like to tell people about yourself?
No.
Why not? Are you a private person?
Why? I'm private.
You're tired of it. Well, I like hearing
I'm
you
private.
talk.
I'm talking on a video. No, I used to be a farmer. When my kids was small.
Mm-hmm. When did you guys grow?
Hmm?
When did you guys grow?
Well, then my sister, boyfriend at the time, got me a job with a construction outfit. I was with them 9 years. I drove a truck. I did mechanic work.
Well, you know how to fix trucks and stuff, right?
I know how to fix trucks. I know how to fix cars.
Well, maybe even better than my dad. You know?
No.
My dad used to be.
I won't say that. He went to school to be a mechanic. He knows more about electronics.
Well, you're talking about back in the old days. It's changed so much now that, you know, it might be a bit different.
In the 80s, when I was driving, they started bringing out this new computer stuff. Well, see, that left me behind. I didn't know the computer stuff. And where I was at, out on the highway, building a highway, there was no place where I could learn the computer stuff. So, I don't know the computer stuff.
Believe me, I think I got involved in computers at too early of an age. Like, by the time I was 6 years old, we had purchased our first computer, and I was already starting to learn how to do it, and now my 5-year-old son is becoming an expert at how to operate a touchscreen and stuff. So, yeah, kids too get involved with electronics at too young an age.
Well, that's when you first started. And whatever, you went from there. But like me, I come down here and met your grandmother when I was doing refurb work for a guy that was doing the split by mine. Well, anyway, when I met her, I went to work. We finished up the job. Well, I went to work with the hospital. And that's where I started learning computer work. Then all of a sudden, we quit doing the computer work. So there went my school. Up in smoke.
Up in flames.
In other words, the guy quit that was supposed to be over it. He quit telling us to put it in the computer before we left the hospital. So we quit. So there went my computer knowledge. So I just quit.
It just wasn't useful anymore.
Well, there was no way that I could get to the computer to, pick it up.
I just don't think you wanted to learn full with it, you know? It's like he's got his first smartphone right now, and I'm sure he's still figuring out how to use that. He got a jitterbug smartphone. Believe me, when I first had my first smartphone, I was pretty new at the scene as well. It's just not something that's really easier, stuff to get to.
Well, I took my right ear, bud. I'd be driving down the road and it'd go boop, and then just quit. I couldn't hear no sound all of it. So I took it to the VA, and they send it off to get it fixed. So they're going to call me, and I'll pick it up. You're funny. How long is this video?
It's not even 26 minutes. We probably should go ahead and cut it short.
I don't
But I just wanted you guys to get to know him. I'm hoping maybe he could even be in a future one. Say maybe the next time I come down here or something, because this has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm even finding out some stuff I didn't even know before. I just didn't bother to ever ask him. I mean, I have asked him a lot about his life in the past, but I just haven't really gone into details or anything too much about what happened early in his life. So I'm really glad to have them video now from memories, and I hope I can learn more next time. Don't be scared.
You're joking.
No, I'm not joking. Well, anyway, guys, that's all the time we have for today. Be sure to click the red button down below to subscribe if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it.
And I'm a slow eater. I've got a permanent tube in my throat.
Yeah, he's got an esophagus tube. He had an operation years ago, so
That's the reason I eat slow.
he eats slow, and then he doesn't eat very much, so that's okay. You're an old dude.
I may be the old dude, but I do what I can.
That's right, and we love you.
I love you too, honey.
So anyway, we'll see you guys next time. This is SongByrd, Crystal,
Maybe.
Sonia.
Bye-bye.
Sonia for now. Bye.
Goodbye.
Oh, wait.
Have a
Bye,
nice one.
birdies.